WatnoW is it's London's newest interactive nightlife directory. It helps users identify, locate and navigate them to their nearest pubs, bars, lounges, nightclubs and gentlemen's clubs. It's fully integrated with third-party minicab apps such as Uber and other transport apps such as Citymapper to help their users get to their desired destination. Well, it wasn't actually me who came up with it. It was my business partner, Ivan de la Sierva, who actually came up with the idea initially. It was late 2014, when we were both studying for our final exams at university, when he actually approached me with this idea. There was a moment of silence for about 10 seconds where we looked at each other, and I was sitting there thinking, this could materialise into something viable. Before we met MBJ and before we actually started liaising, we only had a sketchbook with drawings, and that was it. And a small model for the business, and that was it. Essentially, we didn't have anything. It was very much the idea and the vision to create that idea. For one, MBJ's bespoke service was absolutely critical for the success of this project, because MBJ understood the needs and the vision of WatnoW and what road that we needed to take in order to achieve that vision. MBJ helped us from the user interface design, all the way from the coding, the testing, marketing, consultancy advice. Every aspect and every dimension of the creation of WatnoW has been helped through with MBJ. Sorry guys, business is business. Absolutely. The first aspect that we were primarily concerned about was the fact that they were SME friendly, startup friendly. You're always under this conception where you need multi-million-pound private equity investments to bring an application out, which is not the case whatsoever. Absolutely not. So I guess that the first thing that we was concerned about was the ability to accommodate for a startup. So that would be in terms of the price and expertise, specifically aimed at startups, essentially. The interaction. Very informal. It was very relaxed, very chilled. I came down to the offices with Ivan. We sat down, had a coffee with our tiny little notebook with our elementary sketches, which was the proposed designs for the user interface at the time. MBJ understood the vision and they knew where we wanted to take the idea. Because initially when we was actually creating our database and gaining the data that we needed for the app, it was very much very old school in the sense that we was doing primary data. We was physically getting a map out and mapping out the routes in which we would walk to approach every single drinking venue in London, essentially. So it was interesting in the sense that we actually got to meet the managers and build a rapport with them firsthand. So I think that was something that was very interesting in the whole procedure of the creation of WatnoW. It certainly did. There was actually some nights that we would start, because I live in Romford in Essex. Our journey would start in Romford, heading into Liverpool Street, and then there was some nights that we ended up in the West End, and we didn't end up back in Romford. So yeah, no, it definitely did get a bit boozy in some nights, especially when the manager was saying, when the app's out, boom boom, giving us free shots or whatnot. It's perks of the job. The great thing about WatnoW is for everyone, from students to business people like myself. But the whole idea is you're meant to have fun with it. If you like exploring the nightlife that London has to offer, WatnoW's for you. So who actually wants to go out and use WatnoW and get a few drinks in or whatever? It's the start of something magical, guys. Who knows?